Hello, I'm Ginger Nelson and welcome to Tea Time. Today we are going to talk the Alzheimer's Association with Dan Phillips and Angie Stoecker. Welcome.
Great, thanks for having us. Thanks for having us.
Now, Angie is here because she is going to be dancing in the Dancing Stars event that is coming up real soon.
She is, and you know, it's something that this time of year is probably my favorite time of year now to put this event on. Raising dollars for the Alzheimer's Association, you can imagine how difficult it is, but you're well aware of last year how magical this night is for us, and to be able to have those plans in place now to get started this year, we're really excited because it's very important for us for you know, the dollars that we raise. Well,
before we talk about the event, let's talk about the Alzheimer's Association. That is actually, the office is actually right here in Tifton.
It is. We're the South Georgia region of the Alzheimer's Association. We're part of the Georgia chapter, and the South Georgia, our office is here in Tifton. We cover, you know, Albany, Valdosta, over to Bainbridge, over to Waycross, but it's really nice to have that office sitting right in the middle of all of that. So Tifton has been phenomenal. We've been here almost 4 years now. It's hard to believe it's been that long.
Yeah, that is hard to believe.
But it's a great little town, and it's you know, great for us to be here because, again, like I said, it centers us in the middle of the territory, and we're getting a lot more calls now from outside of Tifton that people didn't even realize we existed in Albany, but they know that we're here. So the 1-800 number, it rings our office. It's 1-800-272-3900. And whether you're in Valdosta, Waycross, Albany, you're going to get our office, and we're going to give you the help that you need. And that's
so how many towns do you actually
It's 35
cover?
counties.
35 counties,
which
wow.
is the largest in the state. It's,
wow.
And a lot of those towns, you know, in South Georgia, there's nothing in between. So you go to one and then you're driving through, you know, there's cotton fields, and then you get to the next town. So it's a big area to cover, and it's a lot to, you know, for people to realize, like I said, that we're here, and to be able to get the word out and let folks know what we do, I think is very important. The event like this, Dancing Stars, one of our, you've probably heard here just recently, the horror stories that we've had with wandering. It's been, it's kind of tragic. It's been the story in North Georgia where the man with Alzheimer's got away from his house being cared for by his wife, who is very elderly herself, and he had got out of the house and was wandering up into a guy's yard middle of the night, and the guy asked him to stop, and he didn't do it, and he ends up getting shot and killed. Then locally here in Tifton.
So how did he get shot and killed?
The guy thought he was an intruder. And he asked him to stop, and you know, the guy with Alzheimer's didn't know that, and so he, you know, kept walking, and so the guy shot him and killed him. But here locally in Tifton, right outside of Tifton, there was a lady that was found in a pond behind her house that had passed away, had drowned. And again, being cared for by somebody that was, you know, elderly itself, yeah. And they, people need to know that the Alzheimer's Association, another thing that we do, the Caregiver Timeout Program, we can reimburse people money for caring for their loved ones with Alzheimer's to give them a break.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's about $1,200 a year. It's not a lot of money, but if your loved one's diagnosed with Alzheimer's and you need some help taking care of them, and a lot of times it's just, you know, a caregiver, it's why I got started, but what they go through is tremendous. And even to get away to go grocery shopping or get your hair done or just the little things, it's hard for them to do because they can't leave their loved one alone. So they'll have somebody come in, they'll take care of them for those couple of hours, and then submit their payments to us once they're on the program, and so we'll take care of that. But the wandering is the other thing that we do. There's scholarship dollars that are available, but it's our safe return program. It's we'll educate the police departments, the fire departments, the EMTs throughout South Georgia on what to do when they find somebody that wanders. Years ago, it's, you know, they associated Alzheimer's with crazy people. Maybe the guy was, you know, didn't know how to get home, and so he ended up at the jail for the night, and that's no place that they need to be. There's a bracelet now that they'll wear in the
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Is there a bracelet or a necklace that they can wear?
There is. It's and that way whoever finds them can see that and can spot it, that, you know, hey, you know, this is who we need to call to get this person back home. It's, I don't know, it's just devastating. I mean, I think about those people and, you know, the lives they live, and that's the last way you would think something like that would happen.
Yeah.
So we've got to keep these people safe, and you know, again, if you're dealing with Alzheimer's and you have somebody you're worried about them, call the 1-800 number and let's talk and let's find out what we can do to make sure that we keep your loved one safe.
Well, Well, and also, I know that the 1-800 number can also offer support. There are people who are just new, finding out that their loved one has Alzheimer's.
And don't know what to do.
And don't know what to do. Just want to, talk to someone who has been there themselves and get some comfort and support and relief.
And some ideas of what to do.
Yeah.
We've heard stories in the support group where, the lady would get out of her house and they didn't know what else to do, and one of the other ladies said, well, they put a big black rug in front of their door, and for an Alzheimer's patient, they look at it as like a big hole, and they don't want to step in it, so they won't go to the door. Simple things like that you'll hear that, well, I can try that, And then the Safe Return program also as well will give that caregiver comfort that, okay, I do got to get away, but I know that we've done everything that we can do, and so if something bad does happen, we got a better chance of finding that person. When I started, it was my grandmother who had Alzheimer's disease, and everything that I read about Alzheimer's, it was, wow, that's going to be bad. You don't even remember people. But when I went down and I saw her and saw what my aunt was going through, who was her caregiver, that's where my heart was. That was like, these are the people that really suffer. And so as the Alzheimer's Association, that's what we're doing. We're going to try to make sure that we can comfort them as much as we can.
Yeah, it seems like these days that more and more people, you're hearing of more and more people who have Alzheimer's.
It is. When we were talking to the dancers, and I made the comment before that my job's a little bit easier now, because it used to be when I was out raising money, the first thing I had to talk about was dementia or Alzheimer's. Do you know the difference? And now people are coming to me saying, hey, my mom has Alzheimer's. We've been touched with it.
Well, I have to say, I know that last year when I was a dancer and I helped raise the money, when I was asking these people for support, that's when I realized just how many people and how many families are affected by this disease.
Angie, actually, you've been touched by it in the family.
Well, I think a lot of people, like you said, have been touched by it, but my father-in-law was diagnosed and he passed away with Alzheimer's, and it's difficult to watch the progression, and so I'm hoping that we can find a solution to it.
Well, we're going to go to a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about how you can help raise money for the Alzheimer's Association and how you can get tickets to the event that is coming up. We'll be right back.
Listen now, can you hear the bluebirds? Oh, look up now, can you feel the sun?
Welcome back to Tea Time. I've been talking to Dan and Angie, and they've been telling us about the Alzheimer's Association. And we have the Dancing Stars event coming up. That is one of your biggest fundraisers, or the biggest fundraiser.
It's the biggest fundraiser now, yeah, after the first year. And we're expecting even
This is our second year doing it.
Second year doing it. Can't thank you enough for last year. I tell you this every time I see you.
Thank you.
Buying into an idea last year, not knowing what it was going to be, and you can attest it was just an absolutely magical night for the Alzheimer's Association.
It was a lot of fun. So the event is coming up on May the 10th this year.
It's May the 10th. It's at the UGA Conference Center. It's going to be a lot similar to last year. There were some changes that we made. One less judge, for example. We'll have 3 judges instead of 4. The dance floor is going to be on the ground this year. We had a couple of complaints from dancers last year that being up in the pieces put together, there was a little issue there. But you know, Plant Broadcasting is going to be involved again this year, putting the show together. And it's you know, I was telling David, it looks so professional. It's just a professional night and magical for us. And I'm
well, you know, I think last year, it being the first year, I mean, people were a little skeptical, I guess, about not sure what to expect that night. Some of them, you know, waited till the last minute to purchase tickets because they weren't sure, you know, what it was going to be like.
Fundraisers, they're a dime a dozen, it seems like.
And now it's like, you know, it has just spread like wildfire, and everybody wants to come and everybody wants to see.
And we've put a cast together that I think is just dynamite. I mean, I don't know how else to describe them. They're I mean, with Angie, we wanted Angie last year, and Angie was out of town and couldn't make it. So we asked Angie early this year to be one of our pro dancers, and she's going to be paired up with Ray Cross. A lot of people know Ray Cross in town, and you know, you can talk to Angie. She's probably already started practicing, already started, you know, the mindset of.
So have y'all started practicing?
Well,
yet?
we met and kind of figured out what direction we wanted to head, and then we have had one rehearsal.
Is it a secret?
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
Yeah.
That surprised me last year. How much of.
We were very secretive last year.
And I love it too. It's like. And that surprised me last year a lot too. Is I even apologized to the pro dancers last year and said, guys, we're not really bringing you a lot of dance talent. We had a couple, Ginger, you being one of them, who have had dance in the past, but others that have never done it before, but they were in it for the cause. They had been touched by Alzheimer's and they wanted to do it. And what I saw that night, what the professionals can do to put on the show they did and make these guys look really, really good.
Well, yeah, I've had dance before in the past, but I didn't have this type of dance in the past. And you know, and for these guys, these professionals to choreograph and teach somebody, I mean, I wasn't the easiest to teach either. I mean, Angel and I had arguments.
You had a great partner last year.
For him to have to teach somebody that was tripping over her own feet, falling on the floor, you know, having the patience to teach me, and I mean, you have to give kudos to those professional dancers.
But then the stars themselves, from what I hear, you brought it.
Oh, so thank you.
And the rest of the stars.
They did. The stars
That's a lot of hard work. A lot of hard work.
The stars are out raising the dollars, you know, marketing this event for us. But then they're also finding the time to practice and to put on a really good show. And again, that's what really surprised me was how professional you guys looked when they got through with you. I mean, it was just, you know, it was a talk of Tifton for about 6 weeks afterwards.
Well, I think our mindset is we don't want to get up in front of everybody and look stupid. So, I mean, you work hard at it, you really do. But the main thing about this was raising the dollars.
Exactly, and I want to stress that today too, is it is a dance contest. It is a lot of fun, but number one, it is a fundraiser. It's again, like we said, our biggest fundraiser now. And
how much did we raise last year?
Last year we were just shy of $75,000.
Wow.
That this event raised in Tifton, and we really think, and I'm not, you know, I'll go out on a limb and say it, I don't see any reason why we can't come close to doubling that this year.
That's right.
It was really, again, the talk of Tifton, and you know, I'm sitting at Wendy's one day, a whole month after the event, and I hear some people behind me talking about Dancing Stars, and it just blew my mind to what we really put together that night. It's just, you know, come out and see it, and you can see for yourself. I just can't do it justice by explaining it.
That's right, and each dancer is required to raise $10,000.
They make a commitment to raise $10,000. They'll do that, and then we'll have the really stars Ginger Nelson, the winner last year of the People's Choice. $18,400 and something dollars, I think it was, that you raised.
No, 23.
$23,400.
I'm going to correct you.
So I'm glad you did too, because so many numbers are, I mean, it's just mind-boggling.
But you know what?
When
I remember when I was called and asked to do this, and they told me I had to raise $10,000. I was like, oh my goodness, how am I going to do that? And really, you would be amazed at. I wouldn't say it was easy. It was a lot of hard work, but you would be amazed at how many people actually will give you money if you just ask.
Want to support the
cause. That's right. They want to support the cause. And then when I was asking for that money, almost everybody had a story. You know, they had a family member. They had, you know, there was one guy in particular that, you know, he actually came on the set with me one day, and I was like, so how much money are you going to give me?
I love it.
I need some money.
I love it.
And then he tells me that his father has Alzheimer's.
You had no idea.
And I had no idea. So, you know, I guess it's out there. It's out there everywhere.
It is. You're exactly right. I think technology is better. We can diagnose people a lot younger now. And people aren't ashamed to talk about it. If you think about Alzheimer's, it's a pretty easy disease to hide.
Yeah.
If your loved one, you know, forgot something that they, you know, cooking or what, you're not going to go out and tell everybody. You're going to kind of keep it, you know, because it's not a major issue when it first happens. You know, if you have it yourself and you're driving home and you miss the street you turn on, and oh, you got to turn on and come back, and you're not going to go home and tell everybody that. So it's pretty easy to hide. And people wanted to hide it. Well, now that's, you know, we're getting the word out there, the Alzheimer's Association, that early detection does matter. You know, there's not a drug out there that can slow the disease down, but there are drugs out there that can slow the behaviors down, and that's the struggle caregivers have. Is we were talking about it in the lobby earlier with my grandmother, devout Baptist, never said a bad word, wouldn't believe the words that were coming out of her mouth at the end. Very sad. But again, it's something people wanted to hide. And so if you're going to church all the time and you go to church one day and you forget the pastor's name who you've known for 20 years, or chances are next time you're not going to go to church. You're going to I'm just going to stay home today.
Yeah.
Or don't feel good or something. And so you'll see that happen a lot.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about May the 10th.
May the 10th, UGA Conference Center, 6:30 is cocktail hour. Georgia Crown is going to be our statewide liquor sponsor, so we'll have an open bar. We'll have a nice sit-down meal. Last year we used Covington's. This year we have a list of caterers. The committee's working hard trying to put a menu together for that. We'll serve everybody, and then the show will start shortly after that. We do have the website up again that you can check out. It's Dancing Stars of South Georgia, spell everything out.com. And you'll see the list of our star dancers and the professionals.
And you can donate on that website.
And you can vote online, exactly.
You can, and a vote is it costs $1 a vote.
It's $1 a vote. You can vote online. You can vote the night of the event or the days leading up to it. The star dancers, when they sell tickets and tables, sponsorships, those are dollars that are accredited to them, you know, to help raise that $10,000. So it's not as daunting as it sounds. Last year we had about 340, 350 people there. Again, we expect a lot more than that, a full house, you know, as many as 500 hopefully. So, and again, $1 a vote, go to the website. A lot of times you can give the dollars to the dancers, they'll bring them to us. We'll upload them on this website so you can keep a daily total of how much you've raised, how much this event's raised leading up to the event.
Yeah. Now let's name off. I'm gonna let you name off the dancers that we have this year.
In Tifton, Ray Cross, we mentioned him earlier.
And Angie.
He's going to be dancing with Angie Stoecker. And I got psyched about it.
And you're not going to tell us anything.
I'm going to keep it just top secret.
I'm going to talk from a development director point of view here. I'm really, really excited about this couple and the fundraising potential that they have. Hopefully they set the bar high for everybody else, but I really, really like that combination. Katie Tennyson. A lot of us know Katie, short on price.
Tall on service, short on prices.
She's short,
She's short.
She is not short on bubbly and excitement. And she is, her pro partner is Joe Lewis from here in Tifton. I know what they're doing. They probably will announce it later. I don't think it's a big top secret to them, but we'll keep it quiet for now. And they're excited. They are so excited. Michelle Oakes, who owns the Cakery over in Albany, who's been a dance teacher for about 30 years. She's working with that couple as well too, and she's got them choreographed really cool. Charleston Carter. Charleston Carter is works for the judicial system. He's the I think he's the administrator. One of the most go-getters I think that I've ever seen. Very high-strung. He's been making calls over in Albany to get support already for this event. He actually has his choice right now as we speak of 2 different professionals. We've contacted 2 at the same time. And so he's going to be able to choose which one he wants. We're going to make this experience we try to make it really good for the stars, and for him to be able to make that final choice of these 2 great people that we have, that'll be his partner. Emily Plummer. Emily Plummer she recruits a lot of the physicians at Phoebe Putney Hospital over in Albany. She's one of our dancers this year. We're excited to have Emily. We're excited to have Phoebe on board. And her dance partner is Tony, and I hope I don't butcher this last name, Mangiapone. Michelle's working with this couple as well. Tony is really excited to get started. They've actually met. They've picked out their song. Again, can't say it, but they're ready to go. Paige Harrell, a lot of people remember last year from Doco Credit Union in Albany, Darrell, who won the Judge's Choice. Paige is the representative from Doco this year. Huge supporters of ours, feel really good about the fundraising. And she's going to work with a guy named Stephen Cantrell. Stephen formed a group called the Benny Boys over in Albany. And I've seen this guy dance on skates, and he is amazing.
On skates?
On skates. They're going to do a little hip-hop type number, I think. Don't know exactly the music, but I can just imagine what he can do on feet after what I saw on skates. So excited about that performance. I think people are going to love that. April Reardon. April is from Albany. She's retired from Procter & Gamble. She's going to be working with Gary Fowler. Excited about April. April, when you see her, when you meet her, I think she's very shy, low-key, and so it surprised me that she said yes. But she works for a company now called CTSI, who's huge supporters of the association, and so we're excited about, with their backing, excited about that fundraising possibility too. Dr. Haley Clark. Haley is a veterinarian over in Albany and been touched by Alzheimer's in the family. She's doing this for all the right reasons, but probably the most competitive person I've seen. And she's made some phone calls already saying, hey, I heard we're in a little contest together here, and so I'm really excited about that. And Jen, you probably know her pro, Ashley Helton.
Yeah.
Ashley danced last year.
He danced last year.
So we're really excited about them. Down in Valdosta, a lot of people know him as Enos, Sonny Schroyer. Enos from the Dukes of Hazzard. What a character. This guy is going to be phenomenal. He's paired up with Hannah Moore, who danced last year from Motion Dance Studio. There's going to be a Dukes of Hazzard theme in there, I know. I can only imagine.
That will
Daisy
be so
Dukes
good. That'll be
maybe is what I'm
fun.
thinking, but that's going to be, it's going to bring up some of the old school, some of the past. That's going to be fun. And then Sandy Sims here in Tifton. Sandy's, a lot of people are surprised, I think.
I
when you
was
mentioned that name. I saw the look on your face when I mentioned it. Really excited. We're going to pair Sandy with Gail Bernard. Gail teaches Zumba at the Y. I got a lot of dance experience, and I can only imagine what they're going to come up with. So as far as the cast, the show itself, it's going to be phenomenal. I love.
It's going to be fun.
The group we put together, and then as the development director talking, the guy that needs to raise the money, I'm excited about the fundraisers I have as well with the stars. So if you set the bar last year really high, again, what was the number, 24,000?
It was 23, it was a little over 23.
Almost $24,000. That set the bar pretty high, but I see some folks on here that can do that too. And I know you're going to help too again.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the thing.
definitely.
Once a star, always a star. You're going to support the cast. You're going to be at the cast party supporting them and giving your experience of what happened last year. Give a little comfort to them, but also I know you're going to talk about the fundraising part of it too, and how easy that is to. We're all scared to make that ask, but just know we're not doing it for ourselves.
That's right.
We're doing it for a cause that we're passionate about. And if they tell you no, you can't take it personal, because there's a lot of other good causes out there. Everybody has to pick and choose, but to me, Alzheimer's is most important, or as important as any of them out there.
Yeah. We're going to go to a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to tell you how you can get tickets for the event. We'll be right back.
All in together now. We can make it better now. Come on, can we do it?
Yeah, you know that we can.
We'll rope it up,
Cause we know how to jump.
we'll roll it out,
Cause we know how to skate.
we'll cut it down,
Cause we know what to eat.
we'll swap it out.
We eat healthy stuff.
Can we do it?
Yeah, you know that we can.
Can we do it?
Just moving a little and eating better every day can help make you and your child healthier. Search We Can to find doable tips and activities that you can use every day.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
And we're back. We're talking Alzheimer's Association, and we are talking the Dancing Stars.
My favorite event.
Coming up May the 10th, and it is going to be a fun night.
I can't
Absolutely.
wait. I can't wait.
It's going to be at the UGA Conference Center again.
Yep, 6:30 is cocktail hour. You can call the 1-800 number we gave earlier, 1-800-272-3900. You can get tickets that way. You can go to dancingstarsofsouthgeorgia.com. Spell everything out. You can buy tickets online, tables online.
How much are the tickets?
The tables are $1,000. It's for 8 people, and individual tickets are $125 a piece, and that includes the open bar, the sit-down meal, and then the show. And then if you can't make it, if you're going to be out of town, but you still want to support us or want to support one of these dancers that's working so hard, it's $1 a vote. You know, dollars add up to $5, and $5 add up to hundreds of dollars, and so no amount is too small. But it's $1 a vote, and if you really want somebody to win, as Angel mentioned in his video last year, give $5,000. You know,
Yeah.
that trophy can be bought.
That's right.
That trophy can be bought.
That's right. Well, you can also sponsor the event as well.
There is sponsorship opportunities, and probably more important this year, and I'm glad you brought that up, premium seating is going to be more important this year because the stage is going to be on the floor. We will have a lot of screens set up. There will be, you know, every seat you'll be able to see, but if you want those front row tables around the stage, those will be the sponsorship tables, and there's a $2,500 sponsor, there's a $5,000 sponsor, and then there's a presenting sponsor of $10,000. Not only do you get premium seating for that, but you're going to get the name, the logo on all the advertisement that we do, so definitely, and that's an easy way for the star dancers to raise the dollars as well too. So I'm glad you brought that up.
Well, I appreciate y'all being on the show today, and Angie, I wish y'all the best of luck. I'm excited to see you and Ray dance.
I'm excited too.
I mentioned it to his wife the other day, and I was like, yeah. He's dancing.
Let me say that.
He's a lot of fun. He really is.
He is.
I bet he is fun.
And let me say that real quick. The spouses, I mean, Angie, your spouse and the star spouses, they give up a lot of time as well too.
You're
so we're
right
going to
about
recognize
that.
them a little bit more.
And
this year
especially
as well,
those who
too.
have kids. I mean, you know, daddy or mama, I mean, they have to take over those nights of homework and everything, because when we're practicing, I mean, it takes
But you
up a
go
lot
out of your way to try to include the spouses too, and that's what I love about it.
That's right.
And we learned that last year, I think, and I'm glad you recognized that, and we do want to do that because they're giving up a lot too. So it's a lot of work. It's compacted in a couple of months, but again, it's going to be magical.
Well, you don't want to miss the event. It is May the 10th at the UGA Conference Center. You want to call and get your tickets, or you can go online to get your tickets. And when you buy your tickets, make sure that you put it towards a certain dancer that you want to win the award. And we will see you next time right here on Plant Tiffnet's Wiregrass Channel 3.